My Moments with Mom.
Hi, I'm Jackie.
And I'm Jacqueline.
All right, you guys, we're going to be in these clothes for probably like 3 videos.
Yeah, because we don't want to change clothes.
We don't want to change. Why not get stuff done when you can, you guys?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember to look in the camera.
Oh, yeah, and look in the lens.
All
Exactly.
right. It's kind of sad, this story.
I know.
But you guys, you will notice us in a new car
Eventually.
in upcoming videos.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, hey, wait, what happened to their car?
Yeah.
So we're going to tell you, you guys. So we always used to buy our cars, you guys. We never leased cars before. And I think we just started, I think not this last car, but the last car was the first time like we leased a car.
Yeah, 2 times before this one.
Right.
Yeah.
This car that we've been driving in for a while, you saw Jacqueline and I, you know, it had the beautiful like orangey brown like seats, and a lot of you guys would ask, like send us a message or in a comment maybe say, oh my gosh, you guys, what kind of car is that? Maybe you even saw the outside, like if we were at Disneyland like doing something by the car, you would notice, you guys. We'll insert pictures. It was a beautiful, oh you guys,
I know. I can't get over it, honestly.
It wasn't considered a limited edition.
No.
It was just that they hardly made any in this color. And it wasn't a fancy car, you guys. It was a Nissan Rogue.
A Star Wars car.
It's Star Wars car.
Because it was in the Star Wars commercial.
That's right. So you guys, it was Monarch Orange. Well, I think it was just called Monarch.
Yeah.
But it was the most beautiful orange sparkly color.
Right, like
it
a
was
metallic.
so pretty, and we fell in love with it, you guys. So that's what we bought like 3 years ago, leased it. This last Rogue we had, the one you always saw us in with the brownish seats,
yes,
was a lease. So we knew, you know,
can't keep it forever.
3 years, right? You're gonna have to.
Well, I mean,
turn it in or buy it out.
Or buy it out. I was gonna say you could technically keep it for a long time,
right?
But you know, there's certain issues with that, right? It gets older. You know, you eventually got to get new tires.
You're paying more for it.
You're paying more for it, right, than you were on the lease, and it's getting older at the same time. So it's like, oh, you can technically, hopefully, get into a new lease for the same price.
Right.
With a new car.
So you guys, we loved this Rogue so much because we never had a problem with it. The color, you guys, was so gorgeous. We love that orange color. In the Rogue, I mean in the Nissan line, so it's the Kick.
Oh my gosh, we love the Kick.
So adorable, you guys. The Kick is the cutest car. It's a little tiny, kind of looks like a crossover car.
I think it is a crossover.
Is that considered a crossover?
I think it is.
But more, you guys, it would be more like if Jacqueline got her first car.
Right.
It's not really made for comfort, if you know what I mean, and it doesn't have a lot of pickup, and it's not made for a family. Like, you know, we only have one family car, you guys, so it's the Rogue. After the Kick, it's the Rogue Sport, which is super cute, you guys.
Also
looks exactly like the Rogue, but a
little
baby
tinier.
version.
Yes, a baby Rogue.
Right.
Is the Rogue Sport, yeah.
Now, if we had to get that one, you guys, we would have, but here's the thing, and I don't even know if you guys know this, but right now, because of COVID, all that happened with the pandemic, the chips for any car, like there's no cars, hardly any cars being made, you guys. So when you go to a dealership, there's hardly any new cars. Like, we're talking like hardly any, like
maybe like
anything.
3.
Seriously.
New ones. And then all the rest are used, or like older ones.
Right. So you guys, we wanted to stick with Nissan because we've been with Nissan, and we did love the Rogue, so we thought, well, we want to stick there, and we already had like our
pre-approval
for Nissan, like to get another one. So we're like, well, it would be easier like just to stick with them, right? And you guys, because there's no cars out there, what we had to do is get an extension on our lease, because we called Nissan and we said, there's literally like no cars at the dealership. What do we do? And they're like, oh, we're giving extensions out because nobody could find cars.
Right.
So for months, you guys, we've been calling dealers saying, oh, do you have any new Rogues in? Do you have any new Rogues in? The Rogue comes in, the SL, that's the one we had, the orange one. Basically, that just means like, I think it's like a little bit bigger tire.
I think the main differences are bigger tires. Yeah, the rims look a little bit different, I think. The sunroof, it's like a whole, it's like how we had it in ours.
Right.
It like goes the whole span of the roof. I don't know what that's called.
Right. Panoramic.
A panoramic sunroof, I think.
Right.
Yes. So it's not a lot of things. We can't remember at this moment exactly what the things were, but it was things that we would prefer over like a, you know, an SV or whatever the other one was, an
Right.
S, I think it's called.
Right.
Right.
Then they also in the Rogue SL, they have what's called a premium package, which means like you get
that's right.
like the, which I would have liked
I
that.
know.
You get like the sunshades you could pull up on the back windows, on the side windows. You get
a
like
trunk cover.
a trunk cover where like, you know, like the privacy cover on your trunk. So if someone looks in your trunk, they can't see anything. It's like the thing that slides like this, which we had in our old Rogue.
I know.
Your radio, your GPS screen is like big. It's like a great
lot bigger.
big one.
Yeah.
But you guys, that model was literally like
The
4,000
premium
more or
package.
something.
Yeah, it was insane.
I wanted to keep our old Rogue because
Oh, so did I.
it literally looked brand
But-
new. We had no scratches, no dents, you guys. We took such good care of that car. We love the color, but this is the bad thing. The longer you keep your car, so you know, like if you buy a car
Right.
and you have it for 10 years, 12 years, right? You
Yeah.
go to turn it in, they're going to give you, you know, you'll get a few thousand, right? But you're not going to get a lot because your car's depreciated and it's older now and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, because there's no cars to be found,
Now.
these dealers, right, they want your old car. So they want that car because they know they could sell it for a lot. So you guys, literally, they're giving you so much money back for your
leased cars right now.
For your
or
leased
even
car.
just maybe any in general, not just lease. It could be like for if you bought one.
So again, ours was not anything fancy. It's considered a mini SUV, even though we think it's big.
I know, I think it's kind of big. Even now.
I'd like it
It's
smaller.
bigger now. Which we'll get into.
Right.
So first of all, long story short, we're making this video, again, because some people asked what kind of car we had.
Right.
But also just to like commemorate our orange car. Because we get kind of like emotional about it.
I started crying at
I
the dealer,
know.
you guys, because I
I know.
really wanted to keep that car.
It's so sad. I
Yeah.
mean, like, even the car before this, we were also really sad. Before that, we had a hybrid, and that was like a sedan, basically, / crossover. It wasn't an SUV.
It wasn't really a sedan, though.
It was
more like
really
a-
low to the ground, though.
It
It
was-
was like...
It was a Ford C-Max, you guys,
Yeah.
which they don't even make
They don't
anymore.
even make them anymore,
I
which
guess-
is also really sad.
I guess that car didn't go over very good.
Speaking of sad,
But we loved it, you
oh my
guys.
gosh, it was amazing.
It was the cutest
It was
little
amazing.
car. Granted, the back seats were really
The
uncomfortable.
best front window you could see out of I've ever
Humongous
seen.
front window.
It was so
You
good.
could literally, the way the car was designed, you guys, at Ford C-Max, and it was great because it would be like $30 to fill up your tank.
Oh my gosh,
or
that
less
too.
than that because it was a hybrid, so it
Yes.
went half and half
So
gas
good.
and electric.
Mhm.
That car was designed so cool that when you were driving, you could literally see like the road in front of you because it was just
The hood was
design
really
of it.
short. Yeah.
It was the cutest
anyway.
car. So we thought, oh, we want to get something a little more comfortable, and that's when we got.
The Rogue for the first
Rogue.
time. So that's why we're making this video. We're not sponsored by Nissan or Ford. Wish we were.
No.
If we were, maybe we'd get the lease
A
for
better
free.
deal.
A better deal.
A free car, probably.
Hey, I wish.
I wanted to keep our old Rogue, which we could have done, but listen, this is the thing. If we kept it,
Mhm.
we would have had to have,
Refinance.
refinance the remainder,
Mhm.
but we would have had to get an extended warranty on it.
Right.
So we have the warranty, so that would have been, however much money, 3,000, I don't even know. And then, like Jerry said, well then if we kept it, because say we kept it for 3 more years, which I wanted to do because I thought, well, let's keep it longer.
Right, because then
And
by
then
then, there's more cars, hopefully.
Right. Let's see if
Yeah.
the chips are in and production's back on all the cars, and then we have a better choice, and then we can go to any dealer,
Yeah.
right? But Jerry said, yeah, but then by that time we'll go. What if they only give us
3,000 or something.
5,000 or something
5,000
for
or something.
our old Rogue? Because they're giving you so much money right now at this certain time.
Right.
Jerry's like, oh well, it's probably smarter to turn it in now, so we don't have to put any money down of our own because they're giving so much money for the car that you turn in.
Right.
So even though you guys, I did want to keep that old car, I know what Jerry was saying about it's smarter right now to turn it in if they're willing to give you that much money.
Right, because we really don't know what's going to happen
Right.
in 3 years, right?
So
it's unknown.
I wanted our payment the same. Now, you guys, when we got the last Rogue, because of so back then, you guys, 3 years ago, they had hundreds of cars at the dealership, right? So they were giving rebates and incentives and all this. Our car payment, you guys, was only $299 a month. That's pretty good for a car payment.
Which is really good.
Really
because
good.
Considering, I think the majority of people spend like
$4 something to $6 something.
Yeah, $4 something to $6 something.
So I wanted our payment to stay that same price, you guys, because I'm not working, and we're on a budget. We're one income. We only got one family car, so we need to stay on that budge, right? We went to so many dealers, you guys. Oh my gosh! And then we realized, Jacqueline and I said, now that we had the light inside, we kind of would rather not get a black inside because it's so dark, right? Because
we were kind of used to the lighter brown seats now,
right,
which were really like pretty in our opinion. We had never seen that before. So we were thinking, do they still make that color seat?
And
unfortunately, they don't.
Right.
There was a platinum Rogue, which was like $10,000-$15,000 more. And the only difference in that one basically was tan seats that were quilted. So they were supposed to be like fancy.
They were like diamond
stitched, right?
It was gorgeous.
It was really pretty.
Yes.
It had like a heads-up display or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't even know.
And some kind of ambient lighting.
I don't even know. So it really, that price wasn't worth it.
Yeah, we couldn't afford that.
Exactly. They actually did end up making just a few select Rogues with a light gray interior.
Right.
But the only thing with this light gray interior, we're pretty sure it only came in the white exterior color.
Uh-huh.
The blue,
right,
and the red,
right.
So only that lighter gray seat interior came with those 3 exterior colors.
Right. I think the Nissan Kick, comes in the Monarch Orange on the outside still. I think
so.
Right. But the new Rogues, you guys know, it's just
it's a different orange.
All the charcoal, the silver, the blue, the red, which is like a burgundy, maroon,
right,
white, and pearl white.
No, and two other ones, but they're hard to find. A burnt orange.
Oh, right.
Which had a weird name, I can't remember, but it was like a darker, deeper orange.
Right.
They barely made any in that color, which is strange. And a champagne, it's called, which was kind of like
looked like
it just looked silver.
Right.
Like from far away, you couldn't even tell.
So,
anyway.
So we did go online, you guys, and we saw that one of the dealers, like Buena Park or wherever, had light gray inside. So Jerry said, well, I'll go, I'll get up early and go. And while you guys are sleeping, and I'll, send you pictures. So he went, you guys, and sure enough, they had the light gray inside, which is super pretty, you guys. Really, really light gray, almost like a...
It's very, like, calming. Because it's almost like...
Yeah.
It's like a nice, like, cool environment, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jerry took a picture, and then he called us and said, oh, you guys, it's really pretty, but the outside is the burgundy, and we're like, well...
Right.
Well,
Not our favorort color.
Right. So we said, well, we'll go look at it the next day. If it's there, it's there. If it's gone, it's gone. But it was there, you guys, when we went. So we ended up getting it because it's only a 2-year lease. I wanted the 3-year, but the payment went up.
For the 3-year, for some reason.
I know. Wouldn't you think the
I
longer
mean, I know
the
why
payment,
the reason is,
but it should be
It
opposite.
should have, right. It shouldn't be that much more.
It should go down the longer.
I know. We were actually able to get it for the same price per month it would have been if we kept our old Rogue, like bought it out.
Right.
Which was our goal, because we were thinking in our minds, okay, well, if we do get a new one, right, get a new lease, it has to be for the same price at least as if we bought out this older Rogue, because then it wouldn't make sense,
right,
in our opinion, to get a new one, really.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So luckily we didn't.
But this is the funny part. So on the new Rogue, which is, I don't get it.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Same trim level
SL
as the orange one we had.
Right.
Hit it.
So you guys, our back bumper with the last car was all painted, same color, orange, right? The new Rogues, they don't paint the bumper anymore. Now it's all black. Plastic. The front of the car, like the grill was really tiny, like the little black grill. Now it's bigger.
Right.
Then they made it almost look more truck-like, so we really don't like the design as much of this new one.
I like the older style on the outside better.
Right.
But I like the interior style better.
Right.
So it's like, you know, we like gave up some, gained a little.
Right.
You know?
I guess because it's old school now. There's no CD holder.
No
in
CD
this
holder.
car, and we have our beloved Disney
Legacy edition
Legacy collection
CDs.
that we played for you guys before the car. There's no CD holder, and that we have 3 CDs of that Legacy collection. So now we're gonna buy a CD holder, you guys, to keep inside the car.
Yeah, and like
to
some
play.
of you might be thinking, just look it up on YouTube. I don't even know if we could find those tracks on YouTube because they were very specific. There was those retro ones on there for like the old like Adventures Through Inner Space, like the ride
and when the guy's
song,
talking.
exactly like the monologue he was giving. I don't know if we could find that.
Right.
Watch someone find it probably.
I know.
But the point is,
we don't want to have to look it up.
exactly. The point is we don't want to have to look it up. We already have the CD.
Right. I'm sure we can find a portable CD with the USB for like probably $25 or something.
I hope so.
Then you guys, guess what else they don't put in the new Rogue?
This was like the deal breaker. We were like, what's going on here?
2 things.
Oh, 2 things.
We used to have on our mirror, we'd come home and you'd press a button on the mirror and it was attached to your garage door. So your garage went up.
Right.
Don't have it on the new
It's
Rogue.
not on this one though.
Jerry was in the car and he's like going like this on the mirror.
And we're like,
and then he asked the guy, he's all, where's like your buttons? So like you could set up your garage door. He's all, they don't you put that anymore. We're all,
no, I think it was on the premium package.
oh, it probably was.
For $4,000. And we're like, okay.
For $4,000.
So not only that, there was no trunk privacy cover on the SL.
Yes.
You guys, I swear.
I thought that was a given with
I thought it was a given, but also, so our old one came with that, right? And it was an SL.
Right.
I don't remember us getting a premium package on that one.
I told the guy, I'm all, okay, this is weird, I thought all SUVs had that cover that comes across the trunk, right? And it not only, you guys, privacy, because who cares if people see that we have our, our Tupperwares full of baseball caps.
All right.
It's more so because it keeps the stuff in your trunk cooler, right?
Exactly.
So the guy's all, oh yeah, it doesn't come with it. We're like, oh, okay, well, how much to buy it from you guys? He's all, $295. Jacqueline did look online real quick. She's all, oh, I found one that says it fits a Rogue. It's like $100. And I'm all, $100 though? So,
does it fit a Rogue? Some of the reviews said it did.
Yeah.
But what if it came and then it didn't fit, right?
Right. You're probably thinking, well, why didn't you just take the trunk cover from your old Rogue?
Yeah.
If you bought this new one, right?
Well, we did. And guess what? It didn't fit.
Right.
I guess now the trunk's a little bit wider in the back.
Right.
So it didn't even fit in the prongs.
Right. So I was real sad and I told the guy, I'm all kind of weird that they make a brand new Rogue for 2022
SL.
and it's an SL and they don't include a trunk cover.
Yeah.
And I don't want to pay $295. He's all, all right, tell you what, let me go ask my manager if we could throw that in the deal with you. And they did, you guys. So anyway, you guys, so that's the story. So
that's the long-winded story.
And you guys, I know you're thinking, how silly that you guys are so attached to a car.
I know.
But you have to understand, you guys, in the 3 years we had that orange car,
sad.
I think maybe we saw 2 on the road.
I think I saw maybe 2 in total other orange Rogues.
Yes, of that color.
Right.
And but so not with our inside.
Right, not with the brown inside.
Right.
So that was another thing too, that brown inside, as we were saying, that combo. Right. I don't even know how many they made like that.
I loved driving around in a unique colored car. Right. To me, that was like so fun. Like I loved it.
I know.
So this one, of course it's nice, it's new, but is it the same? No.
It's a little different.
Yeah, it's kind of dark for us.
Well, the outside is.
Yeah.
The inside's good.
The inside's nice, you guys.
Nice and pretty, But yeah.
And another thing about the old Rogue that we loved, you guys, the back seats, and we might have mentioned this to you guys, it was called stadium seating. And because the back seats were lifted up really high, so when me and Jacqueline were back there, oh my gosh, we could see so good out the windows and the front window.
Right, because we're really short. We're like
Right.
5 feet about. Mom's a little bit taller than that.
Right.
I'm like an even like 5 feet, I think.
And this car doesn't
So-
have the stadium seating, you guys. So
Yeah.
Jacqueline and I do feel a little bit more like car sick in the back of this one. So
Right.
I told Jacqueline, let's look for a little tiny square pillow for us to sit on in the back. And I think that'll prop us up enough where we, don't feel like
Right.
so far down in,
Yeah.
in the hole.
That probably sounds silly too to some people, but let us know if any of our short fellow people out there experience that, because so now on this new one, the seats are lower.
Right.
And so we we could see out the side windows, but like instead of our shoulder
Coming over.
coming over the like start of the window, now they're below the start of the window.
Right.
So to us, it's like a very different feeling. Now, when Dad would sit in the back seat of our stadium seating Rogue, he would get kind of dizzy
He didn't like being up
because
high.
he's quite a bit taller than we are. So he would be a lot closer to the ceiling. So he actually likes these back seats better because they're not as high. But see, for us,
Right.
it's different.
No, I think
If that
that's
makes
true. I
sense.
think if
Yeah.
any of you out there get car sick, I think that does make a difference. If you're able to see where you're going, right?
Yeah.
That does make a huge difference
Right.
with your mind and getting like that nauseous feeling.
And you know what I just thought of too? Like a lot of the times people will say, oh, like in the front seat it's better if you get car
Right.
sick, right? Makes sense. You can see out the windows better.
Right.
You're more like at the forefront of the drive, right?
Right.
So I feel like in the older one, because we were higher up, we could see out the windows better, including the front
Well,
window.
that's what it was. Yeah, 'cause
Right.
we could see out the front.
At the front, we were like, oh wow, like we can see so good, and then it made us less
Right,
like
right.
car sick.
Because Jacqueline and I, that's our thing, you guys. We love, yes, we leave Jerry up in the front alone, and we're always in the back because we love talking and we love looking,
Like showing things on our
each other
phone.
phone.
Yeah.
So we're always in the back seat and Jerry's in the front. But I mean, he doesn't mind. But
He always says he's our chauffeur.
our chauffeur.
Yeah.
So I think we are gonna look for like little pillows, like in the back. But now, let's hope, you guys, fingers crossed, in 2 years that the chips are back in the cars and they're doing production
I
again,
know.
because I don't like going through. I don't like having to go get a car, you guys. What?
Me neither.
It's so stressful, you guys. I hope we didn't come across as unappreciative, because of course we are so appreciative
Oh yeah,
that we even have a car, right?
of course.
But you guys know Jacqueline and I, we've talked about this before on our channel. We become very attached to things.
Yeah,
we're very
I
sentimental.
was gonna say sentimental. about
Yes,
things, yeah.
yes. So
Right.
we get attached to cars, you guys. And I still think about the Ford Rambler my dad had when I was a
Yeah,
little
see?
kid. The
I know.
Rambler that sits in DCA.
At Disneyland. I
Yes.
know. Yeah.
So we really get attached to cars, me and Jacqueline, especially this last one, I think, because it was so unique. And I think, you guys, you know what's funny? I think because we associated that car with our, before the pandemic, all of our time at Disneyland, because that was the car that we would go to Disneyland in and do
Yeah.
our videos in. And
For most of them, yeah, I think it was.
right, so I think
Yeah.
too, that's why we had that big like attachment to that car. So so hopefully we didn't come across as
Yeah, being mean or
yeah,
towards the new one.
yes.
But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Go check out some of our older videos where we're in the old car. Because look, now it's like memorialized in the vlogs. See?
Yeah.
I know.
All
And-
right, guys.
Don't forget to give the video a
Thumbs up, you guys, and we'll see you in our next video.
bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.